Hi, it's time for a good old-fashioned stitch and bitch. The last one I did was over a year ago, and I just kind of haven't been knitting at all. For those of you who haven't seen this before, stitch and bitch basically means that I knit, or some variety of that, and talk to you guys about stuff. While I was on holiday, my mom decided to teach me how to crochet. So that is what I will be doing. This is gonna be one of those things that you can put pans on when they're hot. I got a long way to go. I feel like crocheting is definitely easier to do on the go because you don't have these massive needles that you need to carry around. Also, I'm assuming that this is better on planes because I don't know if they like knitting needles on planes. Not that I'm planning on going anywhere. First order of business, somewhere in the city. I will be going there. It is the weekend of August 9th and 10th. I will be there in several different ways. First of all, Hockey Books, where I have now been working for a year, almost exactly a year this week, will have a booth and we will be selling a bajillion copies of We Were Liars. I'm super excited to share that book with everyone, so we'll be handing out sample chapters. I am also chairing a BookTube panel. I don't know if by the time that I post this video, if the schedule will have been released yet, but if I have info, I will put it in the description of this video. If you guys were at Etsy last year and met me, you might know that I was doing a kind of book recommendation postcard exchange. If you click on the video that is showing up right now, that will be me from the past explaining how the project works, and it's going to be exactly the same this year. So I will have a big pile of postcards that I'm carrying around with me that will have one book recommendation each on them, and so if you come and meet me and bring me a postcard with a book recommendation on it, we can swap one and then I will take your recommendation, and then after Summer in the City I will make a video sharing the recommendations with everyone. If you want to take a picture of your postcard or the one that you got from me and post it on Twitter, we are using hashtag #SitsyBookRecs. I told you about this holiday that I went on. It was near Bakewell in the Peak District, about 3 hours north of London. So I went there with my parents and with Marion, and one of the reasons that we wanted to go there is that Chatsworth House is there, and that is what they used for the 2005 Pride and Prejudice movie as Pemberley, or Mr. Darcy's estate. And we really wanted to go there, and we did. It was so hot, but it was so much fun. It just felt unreal. And then we also went to this place called Haddon Hall, which was in the area. I didn't realize it was there. I googled the building. Turns out they filmed like every Jane Eyre adaptation ever there, so we got a little bit overexcited. It was absolutely gorgeous. I'd say almost better than Chatsworth House, and cheaper as well. I guess it was more my style because it's a bit more gothic-y and it has like beautiful gardens with lavender. I filmed loads of footage on both of those days, so there will definitely be a video of that coming up in the future. This is my progress. I can tell you about some videos that I'm working on. Still working on my The Fault in Our Stars tour of Amsterdam. I'm using footage for that I filmed like 2 years ago. Some of the footage is from before I moved to London. I'm putting together a PDF that you can print if you are going on like a one-day trip to Amsterdam, and it will take you past loads of the locations from the movie and the book, but also just other touristy stuff and places to eat. That has just been the project of a lifetime. On Twitter I was talking about maybe doing a Jane Eyre week because visiting Haddon Hall has just kind of reminded me of how much I love Jane Eyre, and I want to reread it and talk about the different adaptations. I am also definitely doing a gothic novels recommendation video because I love gothic fiction. I need to finish a couple more books before I can do that video. I'm also doing another London in fiction video about books that are set in London, and at some point I want to do a video about British classics that are kind of easy to read if you don't read a lot of classics but you want to get into it. Thank you for joining me for another Stitch and Bitch. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope some of you were knitting along or crocheting along with me. Of course, if you want to make a video response, I would love to see them. Just leave them in a comment and I will talk to you guys later. Doei!